Gentlemen, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ethan Brown, and I am a 13-year-old 8th grader from the United States, about an hour drive outside of New York City. In other words, the opposite side of the planet. For the past 2.5, 3 years, I've been performing a mental math stage show called Mathemagics, which has taken me all over the United States, and I learned most of it from Dr. Benjamin, who is one of the other presenters today. From doing these shows, I've had many opportunities to learn about new things in mathematics that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. It turns out that there is a lot to learn in the field of mathematics that isn't normally taught in most schools. When you look on the news for new inventions, new discoveries, new ideas, how often do you hear about mathematics? You'll see lots of technology, since companies like Apple and Google are producing new computer and cell phone technology with capabilities that exceed the ability of the computers that put men on the moon. You will also see lots of science, like the European Organization for Nuclear Research, finding the Higgs boson, which we've been looking for half a century. But what about mathematics? When's the last time you heard about your favorite athlete winning the game for his team because of some economist at the London School of Economics? Have you ever turned on the television and seen a professor from the University of Utah challenging the most important concept in all of geometry? If not, you may think that we already know what we need to know about math. When I tell people that mathematics is a passion of mine, they'll talk about how rare it is to find someone with a solid mathematical background who could then go into physics, engineering, accounting, or maybe even architecture. But what people never tell me is that I could simply become a mathematician. This is because they haven't heard about the many areas of mathematics that people study as their full-time job. If you ask someone what areas of mathematics they've heard of, they'll talk about the ones that they learned in school, like algebra, geometry, and calculus, and maybe bring up probability or arithmetic. These aren't areas that people study as a full-time job like science or engineering. If you think about it, would there be that many people that want to call themselves an algebraician? But there are areas of mathematics that people can go into. There are people called statisticians, number theorists, game theorists, and so on. These people are discovering new things in their area of study all the time that just aren't known to the general public. I had mentioned game theorist as a mathematical job, which is basically someone who studies game theory. Game theory is something you use to analyze economic situations, elections, board games, even sports. A man named Ignacio Palacios Huerta came up with an awesome idea to use game theory to figure out what the best strategy is when kicking a penalty kick in soccer. Yes, mathematics can be used to become a better soccer player. If you're a soccer player or fan, you know that a penalty kick is when a player gets a free shot at goal from a point about 11 meters from it, with only the goalkeeper allowed to block the shot. Since 11 meters is such an incredibly close distance, the goalkeeper's only hope is to dive to the left or to the right and hope that he gets his body in front of the ball. The kicker also chooses between kicking to his left or to his right, since kicking to the center would be kicking right to the goalkeeper. So the 4 possible outcomes can be shown with the grid above, assuming that the left and the right are from the kicker's perspective. Next, we need to figure out what % of the time the kicker scores in these 4 outcomes. So he took data from over 1,400 penalty kicks and came up with these numbers. Left-left has a 58% chance of going in. Left-right has a 95% chance. Right-left has a 93% chance, and right-right has a 70% chance of success. Then, using some game theory techniques, you can figure out that the goalkeeper must dive to the left 42% of the time to have the best success rate. Similarly, the kicker must kick to the left 39% of the time to have the best success rate. Then he looked at the best kickers and goalies in the world to see how their strategies matched up with the math, just to see if they all work. And what did he find? Almost the exact same strategy. Now remember, these soccer players aren't game theorists. However, they happened to stumble upon the exact strategy that mathematics would have predicted to be the best. And clearly it paid off. Who here has heard of the number pi? Okay, almost all of you. Perfect. Pi is found all over pop culture, from movies to Pi Day on March 14th, to people trying to break the world record for memorization of pi, which is currently at 67,890 digits. More importantly, pi is found in many equations in mathematics, such as the formula to find the circumference of a circle, the conversion between degrees and radians, the Riemann zeta function, and that really scary looking one right there. Do you see any pattern with the pi's? Let me make it a little clearer. If you'll notice, there is a 2 in front of each pi. And don't think I specifically chose equations with the 2 there. Pi really does appear most of the time with a 2 in front of it. Pi has been around for over 3,500 years, and this pattern hasn't been spotted until November 3rd, 2001, when mathematics professor Bob Palais wrote the article Pi is Wrong, which was featured in the Mathematics Intelligencer. What he was saying was that rather than writing 2 times pi every time, why don't we just have a number that's 2 times pi? Physicist Michael Hartl saw Bob's proposal, and with his approval denoted that number with the Greek letter tau. He wrote the Tau Manifesto, featuring reasons across all of mathematics showing tau's significance over pi. He also founded Tau Day on June 28th, which is celebrated by many mathematicians. You can see the 6.28 there. Now, in the directions for giving my talk here today, I was told that I'm not allowed to brag or be boastful, but I want to brag about something real quickly. Earlier this year, I had noticed that there wasn't a world record for the memorization of tau, so I decided to take on that duty by reciting from memory 2,012 digits of tau as a fundraising project, so I currently hold the world record. Thanks. Thank you. But back to what I was saying, tau isn't so popular just because of a few equations. There are many reasons why tau is more practical and natural to use. I don't have time to go into them all today, but I encourage you to go to tauday.com, and it explains all the reasons why tau is more practical than pi. So a couple of guys noticed a pattern and publicly challenged the most important concept in all of geometry. I found it so cool that people are still discovering new things in mathematics and advancing it as if it were any other field. I actually had the pleasure of discovering something of my own, which I believe I'm the first to discover. Who here has heard of a magic square before? Okay, about 42 of you, perfect. When most performers do a magic square, they'll ask the audience for a total number first. So I'd like to get that now. Can someone give me a 2-digit number from 30 to 80? Okay, right here. 53? Okay. Now from here, what most performers do is fill in the other boxes of the square to make it so every row and every column add up to 53. Here's where my magic square is different. Can I have 3 volunteers, please? Okay, 1 right there, 2 in the black, and 3 right here. Would the 3 of you stand up where you are? Stay over there. And I want you to imagine that the squares are numbered from 1 to 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. We'll start off in the back. Can you give me a square from 1 to 16? 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one right here. And now give me a number from 1 to 20 to put there. 14. Okay, you can sit down now. And 1 to 16. 3, this one right here. And 1 to 20. 7. Okay, lastly, 1 to 16. 5, right here. And 1 to 20. 2. Okay, so you guys filled in 3 numbers. Now, let me see if I can fill the rest of this in. Hold on. Um, and okay. At this point, I'd like to mention that there are 224 million possible combinations of numbers, squares, and totals that you guys could have chosen. And it took me a really long time to memorize them all. Okay, let's see if I made it work. Let's take the first row. We have 19 plus 13 is 32, plus 7 is 39, plus 13 is not 53. Hold on. Okay, I think this should work. So 32, 39, 53. This row, 2 plus 19 is 21, plus 14 is 35, plus 18 is 53, 19, 31, 39, 53, 13, 22, 46, 53. Let's check the columns. We have 19 plus 2 is 21, plus 19 is 40, plus 13 is 53. The others are 13, 32, 40, 44, 53, 7, 21, 29, 53, 14, 32, 46, 53. Let's check the column, or we just did the columns, so thank you. Now, I actually didn't stop there. I decided to make the diagonals add up to 53 as well. 19 plus 19 is 38, plus 8 is 46, plus 7 is 53, 14, 28, 40, 53. But I didn't stop there either. Notice how the middle box adds up to 53. 19, 41, 49, 50, 19, 31, 39, 53. But did I stop there? No. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I paid a little extra attention to that corner right there. What I did is I made this group of 4 add up to 53. 19, 21, 40, 53. But did I stop there? No, that's better. I decided, let's have a party and get this group of 4, and this group of 4, and this group of 4. But did I stop there? No, I got this group of 4, 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 this group of 4. In fact, there are 36 different ways this magic square adds up to 53. And let me show you guys one more way. The 4 corner numbers add up to 53. 19, 32, 39, 53. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. I'm Ethan Brown.